Hey Virgo men, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to go ahead and do a general message for you, okay? Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, masculines, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is doing well, okay? I hope that you guys had a good Father's Day if you are fathers and if you celebrate it, okay? Someone had meatloaf for Father's Day because they keep giving me this song. Now, it's either this song is very significant, or like I said, maybe something here is to do with eating meatloaf. But I was hearing the song, I Would Do Anything for Love, okay? Now that song could, like I said, be very significant. Now when I went to listen to the song, because I just kept hearing it and hearing it and hearing it, yeah, and as I say that, a raven flies over, so there may be a message in that song for you. Now when I went to listen to the song, I couldn't really like pinpoint one part of the song where I felt, okay, that's what I feel like Spirit is trying to say to the masculines. So it was kind of like, oh, it might be this bit, it might be that bit, it might be this bit. So the whole song may resonate, okay? And it may have to do with love and relationships. Now, what I can kind of remember, what kind of stood out to me in the song is at the end, when you actually watch the video, you'll see him and the woman kind of running at the end. They're like running away together. And you'll see that you'll have like... these people with torches. I don't know if it's like meant to be police or whatever, kind of looking for them, and they're kind of like hiding, right? And it's almost like an energy where if you watch the way she's kind of singing to him, you know, it kind of gave like a Beauty and the Beast energy as well, because she's kind of taken the hood off his head and it's like he's been in darkness or he's been hiding away. And it almost gave an energy of her bringing him to the light, you know, or she might be the light in his life. But like I said, it may make more sense if you actually go listen to the song. But what do we have for my masculines? So yeah, I do hope that you're doing well, okay? Masculines, cross-watch. If you're in here, feel free to flip the roles. What do we have for my Virgo men? Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. Thank you, Spirit. What's the strongest energy here? Give me a card for now and a card for going forward. And going forward. What is the energy? Oh, almost. I think that was occupation that was trying to come out. Okay, there we go. Bottom of the deck, we do have house, and I just parted the deck on marriage. So the first card that you have coming out is the courtship. Number 4 could be significant here. Going forward, you have great fortune. And you have a number 26 or 62. It does boil down to an 8, which would give me the 8 of Wands, okay? And the 8 of Wands talks about moving forward so that things can gain momentum for you. Now, again, something may have something to do with communication. Like I said, I did see the raven fly over. I am also seeing masculines, the 8 of Swords energy here, okay? And the 8 of Swords can talk about someone who may be in some sort of a mental prison, right? The 8 of Swords can talk about a mental stagnation for me, where someone may feel like they're restricted or feel like they're trapped, right? Feel like their hands are tied in a situation, but it's not true, right? Because the 8 of Swords talks about something being an illusion. So make sure you are not kind of, how would I say, almost like talking yourself out of something, or thinking negative about a situation before you have even, you know, dipped your toe in the water. So, all right, let's move on. What do we have for my masculines? What is this, Spirit? Okay, am I supposed to take that in the reverse? Yeah, I don't know if, because this card to me, right, the bear in this deck talks to me about almost like the Emperor energy. But it's in the reverse. So I don't know if there is something here where you feel like, because in the upright, it talks about power, being a boss. It talks about being courageous. It talks about standing in a leadership position here, right? The Emperor energy is almost like someone who is taking back control of their life. This is also an energy of protection. Something could have something to do with your finances that is maybe making you feel a little bit, I almost want to use the word insecure. So like I said, it was coming out in the reverse. Now before that, I was about to say, I don't know if some of you are kind of worried in terms of, because I saw the maturity card and then I saw the mouse. I don't know if some of you are worried about getting older. I'm hearing Spirit say some of you are worried about getting older and being alone. All right, what is this for my masculines? What's courtship? The birds. Now, the birds talks about gossip, anxiety, restlessness, right? It can talk about something being a small problem, but it also talks about excitement. So again, even with the birds, and I was just saying about the ravens, something here could be about communication. Maybe you're worried about what other people would have to say about something. What is great fortune? What do we have for the masculines? And you have the fox coming out. Okay. Number 14. So we had number 12 or 21, which boils down to a 3. Okay. And it gives me the 3 of wands here. Now there could be something also about the 3 of swords. So the 3 of wands is an energy of moving forward. It talks about progression and expansion, right? It talks about you being able to see the bigger picture here. And it almost makes me want to say you seeing the bigger picture so that you can plan for your future, right? It's also an energy of waiting for your ships to come in. It's like maybe some of you are questioning, hey, when are things going to change? You have to take the action. Now, the 3 of swords energy, yes, it's about heartbreak and sadness and grief and things like that. Some of you may be still holding on to some sort of pain that maybe you need to release now, okay? Because it's not serving you. If anything, it's kind of keeping you, like I said, stagnant and stuck. The fox is a number 14 or 41. It boils down to a 5 and it talks about change. Now, the fox is a very sneaky energy, okay? It can talk about someone who is maybe selfish. It can talk about something that's where maybe someone may be doing something underhanded. Or it can, to me, the fox, because the way I'm looking at him today, it can maybe talk to me about fear. Now, with the fox paired up with great fortune, some of you really need to be careful of how it is that you're making your money, right? I was going to say making and earning your money here. But we'll see. Maybe you're just very suspicious about something. Got the anchor at the bottom of the deck. This talks about your work, profession, settling down, durability. I do see the scythe behind it. Like I did just warn you, okay? Because scythe talks about danger, accidents, things like that. And then with the work card as well. Yeah, and then you have the fish behind it. Yeah, letter and snake. Okay, so listen. I just deliver the message, okay? What is this for my masculines? Not another hiding card. Are you hiding and watching someone, masculines? Truth and expression. You got growth and summer here. And that actually kind of just reminded me of the song where I was saying, you know, about Meatloaf, you know, when she finds him, it's like he's been hiding, almost like the Beauty and the Beast story. Yeah, okay, now they're playing Frank Sinatra, and I think Nat King Cole sings a version as well, right? When I fall in love, it will be forever. All right, give me a message. So you have celebration, gifts, and abundance. Yeah, when look, we got a spy watching and inspecting. Now, feel free to flip the roles, okay? It could be someone spying on you. I'll know more when I clarify the cards. And I'm noticing that in this card, you see, even though it says spying, watching, and inspecting, you see how it kind of looks like she's looking in a mirror? So that again will give me, I got that message yesterday as well, Michael Jackson song, right? I'm standing with the man in the mirror and I'm asking him to change his ways. Yeah, something to do with message and communication, right? And look at that, Ace of Wands right behind it. Something could have something to do with traveling. Give me another card. Now, this is going to sound weird, right? Because I'm looking at this card and I keep hearing follow the light, Caroline. Now, when I think of that, wasn't that from Poltergeist? Now, I don't know if some of you have been feeling like you've been possessed lately or just not feeling like yourself here, right? Again, I don't know if there's maybe something here about just being in a very low vibrational place or even depression or something like that. Now, someone's name could be Caroline, but it could also maybe be that maybe you've had somebody like this around you that is just like been throwing you off, or they just ain't been acting right, or they just won't leave you alone, or it's like... Give me one more card for the masculines. Yeah, follow the light, Caroline. Or maybe I'll call follow the light, Clive. You got receive and open. So that's two hands here with the light here, okay? What are they trying to show me? Oh, twin flames. So what is great fortune and the fox? Oh, maybe I should have kept that twin flames. So it landed on spying, watching, and inspecting. So unless you're already with your twin flame and you just, I don't know, maybe you just, I don't know what you're doing, okay? But you have you have reunion and soul ties. But why limitations and fears at the bottom of the deck? Right behind that, you have your North Node. Spirit is trying to guide someone here onto the path that they're supposed to be on. You've got the Ace of Cups right behind it. Now, again, it could just be, if it's not necessarily about relationships and things like that, the Ace of Cups very much represents self-love, compassion. Yeah, look at this. I can't really make it up, you know. Alchemy, ancestry guides. But you got toxicity, bound, and patterns. Okay. Show me more for going forward. What do we have for the masculines? Landing on celebration, gifts, and abundance, rebirth, and winter. And then you also have confusion, illusions, Neptune energy. Got avoidance and stalemate at the bottom of the deck. And that is like the Two of Swords. Yeah, and then you have the Ace of Wands again. And then you have self-love, creation, and intentions. You got separation and longing and seeds, lacking and doubts, rejection, loss, and forever. I don't know. Do you know what? I feel like someone here really needs to just pull yourself together, sir. Okay. Show me more about the celebration, gifts, and abundance. Three cards. So you have the Three of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Look at that Ten of Pentacles energy coming out here straight away. But with the Seven of Pentacles, it does talk about someone who is very much reflecting and thinking, right? The Seven of Pentacles talks about your investments and things like that. Things that you are growing, things that you want to grow. Three of Pentacles is an energy of teamwork, collaboration. It's an energy of, you know, building something. It's like building a solid foundation. I feel like that's where something would lead to here. With the 3 going to the 7 and then them 2 coming together and making the 10. One more. What's the 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles? And I'm looking at this 7 of Pentacles. If you're doubting something, I feel like whatever this is, right, I feel like it will be very fruitful. In this 7 of Pentacles, all the pentacles are kind of planted in the trees, right? But attached to them, you'll see bunches of grapes. celebration, gifts, abundance. Give me one more. Okay, we have a Queen of Cups coming out here, and she's coming out with the Five of Swords. So something could have something to do with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. But the Five of Swords can talk about an energy of maybe someone feeling defeated. The Five of Swords is an energy of I'll do anything, say anything to get the outcome that I want. Now, for some of you, this is giving me, I don't know if this energy is an ex, okay? But I'm going to clarify her, or I don't know if this is maybe someone you're looking at now. If this is an ex, maybe like I said, when I was seeing that Three of Swords energy, but I was also seeing the Three of Wands, right? It's time to move on from some sort of heartbreak. Some of you may feel like, you know what, I invested in a person before Rising Phoenix and they just broke my heart. They used me. They abused me. Not necessarily, I'm talking about physically. It could be emotional abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse. So I don't really want to kind of give my cup out again. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, but Spirit says, okay, but for some of you, this situation is going to bring you wish fulfillment. You already have the Ten of Pentacles energy coming out here, and now you have the Ten of Cups. But you see, I see again, right behind that, you have this Five of Cups. Oh, look at this. It's almost like this person is bowing their head down, right? And I notice that in this card, there's a lot of ice and things like that, which makes me feel like some of you may have become very cold or maybe very shut off. But right behind that, it almost feels like if this man was to lift his head up, he would see that the sun is coming in. This is positivity. This is happiness. This is bliss. This is all will be well. And right behind it, there's the Ten of Cups energy. But it comes after a Tower. Some of you, maybe something has something to do with a wife or something like that. I see a Queen of Pentacles energy there. Show me who this Queen of Cups is. The Prince of Swords. Show me more. Who's this Queen of Cups? Seven of Wands, and I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. This almost makes me feel like for some of you, this would be someone that is worth seizing an opportunity with. Something worth fighting for, but show me more. Who's this Queen of Cups? Clarify Page of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the Seven of Wands. Maybe this is someone that you're kind of very defensive with. I don't know if communication may be challenging with this person. Yeah, you have a King of Cups. Oh, you have the Empress. You have the Ace of Swords. All right, what's this? Why is the Devil here? Princess of Swords. I don't know if this Devil is talking about some sort of obsession here. I see the Hermit at the bottom of the deck with the Five of Wands, and there's that Eight of Swords that I was picking up at the beginning, and the Five of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Someone's definitely worried about their money here. But let me just look at this. It's like for some of you, you're destined to be with some sort of Empress energy. But fighting for something requires communication. Now, with the Queen of Cups and the Empress out here, this could talk about someone who is highly intuitive. Some of you, this could have something to do with, I don't know, maybe someone you have children with, a mother figure. But the way I'm looking at this Empress and the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like you're destined to be with someone here. But you got the Queen of Cups with the King of Cups. Five of Swords. And then this Devil. Yeah. You've got a pair here. All right, just one card for this Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. King of Wands. Something requires action. King of Wands is a natural born leader. You may have fire highly aspected in your chart. But something here requires for you not to underestimate yourself. Yeah, you could have heavy, maybe Leo in your chart. You see those two lions, kind of like, almost looks like his throne, his armrest is made of lions. This is energy of confidence here. What is a spy watching and inspecting? Yeah, I just look at that and I just looked at the timing and it said 2020. So number 4 could be significant here. The Empress came right out. That's who you're watching. Libra, Taurus energy. Queen of Swords. Yeah, is this someone who speaks? Is this something you're watching online here? Queen of Swords is someone who is very honest and very truthful. She's very clear and direct. She has very good discernment. This may be someone, because there's a lot of butterflies on this card with this Queen of Swords. So this definitely could be someone who has gone through some sort of awakening. I'm hearing elevation. Show me more about the Empress. 10 of Cups. Now, like I said, for some of you, I could kind of change that around and see this as maybe you have children with someone, and I don't know if they're keeping a close eye on you. But give me one more. The Empress and the 10 of Cups. So I am seeing the 5 of Cups, but falling on the table is the Ace of Cups. See, 5 of Cups with the Ace of Cups would make the 6 of Cups energy, and that is nostalgia. That is the past. Now they're playing Frozen. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. But she also says don't hold it back anymore. Okay, what's this receive and open? Receive and open, you have the Strength card, Leo, Virgo energy here. Right, so again, this energy of being courageous, being brave, finding that inner strength again. Sometimes I see this lion, or this lion. Sometimes I see this Strength card in this deck, almost as if like, you know, someone here taming the beast in someone. Show me more. What's the Strength card? What do we have for my Virgo men? Okay. Did a little dance in the air. So I see the Death card. Scorpio energy, okay? And that does talk about endings and new beginnings. Again, this energy of transformation, change. The Death card talks about an energy of a metamorphosis. And I'm seeing a white butterfly just flying around outside. So definitely something, yeah, Scorpio energy, okay. But the white butterfly to me makes me think of an energy of like peace and purity, and yeah, it's just like an energy of harmony here. And then you have this 6 of Swords, which is an energy of moving to calmer waters. And we already saw the 5 of Swords, right? That is moving away from that energy, this 6 of Swords. Okay, let's move on. What is reunion and soul ties for my masculines? You have the 8 of Swords, mental prison. Okay, so we have the 2 of Swords. Now that does make the 10 of Swords energy, which can talk about the ultimate betrayal. Or like I said, maybe that is what you are afraid of here. This is a crossroads. You got the Judgment coming out, which talks about reconciliation, but it also talks about someone who may be having an awakening. This is also an energy of forgiveness. But the Judgment does talk about you needing to make some sort of final judgment on a situation. I also see the angel in this card here with a big trumpet here, which I almost want to say, I might get it wrong. I almost want to say Gabriel. So I don't know if the ancestors and angels have been, like I said, trying to send you signs and synchronicities and messages here. But with this energy, it's like, I'm not going to deal with it. I don't see it. Or I do see it, but I'm going to pretend I don't see it. But then it's in my head, so I think about it. Okay, I'm not sure why they're singing that song. Yeah, look at that. 3 of Cups at the bottom of the deck there's the 10 of Swords. And there's the 8 of Cups. There was some sort of betrayal here. I don't know if 3 women are involved in this situation. I don't know if it's about a group of friends. Doesn't have to be women. But I feel like this is also Spirit saying, hey, listen, after whatever this is, after you maybe feeling like you was at rock bottom, you need to get back out there and celebrate. There's going to be something to celebrate here. But show me what this confusion and illusion is. Princess of Wands. Something to do with a young fire sign. Feminine energy. Oh, we've got heavy Sagittarius here with the Temperance. But show me more. What is this confusion? Landing on the 7 of Pentacles. There's the 3 of Swords. Like I said, it could be in any situation, but it would say to me that for some of you, something that you put time, effort, energy into, maybe even money, left you disappointed. What's this confusion and the 3 of Swords? The Fool in the reverse. Yeah, it landed on the King of Wands. I feel like someone regrets taking some sort of action. Or, the Fool in the reverse can talk about maybe something being reckless, okay? Sometimes I can see that energy as like almost like jumping out of the fire into the out of the frying pan into the fire. Maybe move too fast in a situation. I notice in this Fool card that you see the sun in the background, but it will be in the reverse. Kind of makes me feel like with that sun in the reverse, it's almost like that moon energy. 5 of Swords, the Devil, Prince of Swords. What's this 3 of Swords with the Fool in the reverse? What is that? The Temperance in the reverse. Something made somebody feel unbalanced, or a situation was unfair. Give me a card. Landing on the birds, you have the Princess of Swords. So, I don't know if there was something that somebody said about you here. This is giving the 4 of Swords energy, which can talk about healing and deep meditation and things like that. But it can also talk about sickness. So like I said, I don't know if there was some sort of gossip going around, or... What's the Princess of Swords? Landing on the 6 of Swords, you have the 6 of Wands. Show me more, because the 6 of Wands talks about victory and success, public recognition. Unless somebody just did something, they wanted something to look a certain way. So again, going back to that 5 of Swords energy, well, I'll do anything, say anything to get an outcome that I want. But show me more about this confusion card. Why is the 6 of Wands here? You got the Tower, Aries, Scorpio energy. You have the 9 of Cups. And then you have the Chariot, Cancer energy. Sometimes the 9 of Cups can represent an energy of greed, selfishness. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm picking up an energy here, masculines, where I don't know if someone was like talking about how you're broke and how you don't, you know, you just want to look a certain way, but you don't really have anything. It kind of feels like very kind of like malicious and like, kind of feels like very malicious or like very vindictive or. But what is rebirth and winter? You have Seven of Swords in the reverse. It's landed on the King of Wands. So this is like something getting exposed or being revealed. But again, Spirit is saying, well, something would be exposed and revealed so that you can start again. Show me more about the Seven of Swords in the reverse. And it's again, it's like in the upright, you see he's got that 5 swords in his hand. And you've got the 2 swords here. It's like somebody doing, see how he's kind of like running off as well, but he's kind of looking back. It's like he's left the 2 swords there. It's like, you know, somebody doing something, like I said, saying something to keep you stuck. Well, I'm just going to do this and say this, and then I'm just going to leave, you know. I almost want to call you divine masculine, and then I'm just going to leave, you know, masculine in his head. That will keep him stuck. You cannot let these people win. What's the 7 of Swords in the reverse? What are we getting stuck on? A Queen of Pentacles. Second time I've seen the Queen of Pentacles. Who is this Queen of Pentacles energy? Because this Queen of Pentacles, right? I like these cards. Now, whoever this is, I'm going to see what clarifies her, but this could be another earth sign. Could be a Capricorn, doesn't have to be. But I'm noticing that she's got grapes in her hand. That huge bunch of grapes. She's got like a golden pear. She's got a big pentacle in front of her. She's got a rabbit sitting right next to the pentacle. So this is someone who is giving an energy of someone who's very abundant. But let's see. Because it could also be giving me an energy of someone who is very materialistic or very greedy and things like that. Give me one on this Queen of Pentacles. The 5 of Wands. This is competition, conflict, drama. Too many people being involved in a situation. Show me more about this Queen of Pentacles. You have the 4 of Cups. And you have the World card. So this could be someone you're at a distance from. There could be differences between you. Now, just because it's the Queen of Pentacles, something could be about a Leo energy. Or one of the fixed signs, maybe. Clarify these 3 cards. What's the 5 of Wands? A lot of cards coming out here for the 5 of Wands. And all of these landed on the King of Wands. So I don't know if all these people have something to do with this, right? Because I'm seeing it landed on the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You got a King of Swords coming out, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You got the Devil, Capricorn energy. And then you got this Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So are these all people that is in competition with this Queen of Pentacles? I'm not even going to lie. I just heard Spirit say yes. Who are these people? King of Swords. Prince of Swords. Who's the Devil? The Alchemist. Black magic. Or what's the Queen of Cups? Queen of Cups is the Lovers, Gemini energy. You've got the 5 of Cups and the Sun. What's the Alchemist and the Devil? Coming out almost in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. Something here is unfair and unjust. Someone here is maybe, I feel like, is attacking whoever this Queen of Pentacles is. But okay, give me one more. Seven of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles with the rebirth. It stopped on the Princess of Pentacles. So again, right, this would say to me, whoever this is over here, it would say to me, yes, it may be someone who's had some sort of rebirth here, okay? It could definitely be someone who's had some sort of growth for the Princess of Pentacles to go to the Queen. I'm noticing that this Princess of Pentacles, yeah, she has a small coin, but you see what she's holding in her other hand? It looks like, you know, when it's like, what do you call it? Like, oh Lord. It's like grain, right? It's like, it's almost like someone who has built their harvest. Look behind her. She's come all the way this way, or she's got to go all that way. But someone here is definitely going to reach the Queen. She gets to sit on her throne. But give me a card, because we really need to move on. Yeah. And I just saw 553, 555. One more for this Queen of Pentacles. It came right back out. They said, Phoenix, when we give you a card, just take it. Okay. Too much on me. Yeah, the Devil, Prince of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles. So, okay, masculines. I really don't know if someone's trying to stop you from getting something or someone. Like I said, you have this spy watching, this Empress, Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups here. All right, let's move on. Spirit, what is the energy in love for my masculines? What's the strongest energy here? What's the energy in love? My Virgo men, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. That is too many cards. And they all look like they want to come out sideways or in the reverse. Past life, relationship, codependency, children, let go of control issues. Maybe some of you don't want to leave children behind. But one card, strongest energy in love. All right, thank you. Coming out sideways. But you have reconciliation. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. Any card that comes out sideways is a blockage. Show me more. Give me 6 cards. Strongest energy in love. So landing on this King of Wands, we have karmic relationship. It says fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. You also have mask. It says not showing true feelings. It says hide. It says pretend. It says delude. It says gaslighting. Coming out sideways is a blockage. You have the sunglasses. It says watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting. It says perception, focusing out. Clarify these cards. Yeah, someone here is hiding how they feel about somebody. I'm not even going to lie. I'm getting this energy here where, you know, like, how would I explain this? Let's just say, right, you're with your friends, right? And your friends don't like a certain girl, okay? Or woman, excuse me. And so because you know your friends don't like this feminine energy, you pretend you don't like this feminine energy. But it's almost like, I don't want to say it's killing someone inside, but it kind of feels like that. Clarify these 3 cards. What is that? Date. Meeting someone new, date, get back out there. It says plan, set a date. And that is after letting go of some sort of karmic relationship. Landing on the King of Wands, you have the Runner. It says runner. It says in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. And then you also have cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head about something that someone is watching. You got healing heart at the bottom of the deck, masculines, and it says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So you got toxic relationship or karmic relationship out here twice. I'm telling you, Spirit is saying to you, hey, listen, after some sort of pain, there's happiness here. Yeah, and it helps you to elevate and rise here with the Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind, palm tree, stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, and flexibility. And Cupid's arrow says, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, meeting, hesitation. So let us see what Spirit is saying about your finances this week. Yeah, I do feel like some of you may be struggling with your money, you know, and it's okay as long as you've recognized that and you put some sort of plan into place in terms of how to change things. Okay. Now, like going back to the very beginning, if you've been earning your money in a dishonest way, you know, karma is a real thing. So what goes around comes around. Give me 3 cards. What's the strongest energy in finances for the masculines? Okay, flew out the deck. You have wisdom, the owl. It says insight into nature of physical objects. It says gives you foresight. It says use your best judgment. You have limitations. And it says fear and doubt, limit freedom of action. It says let go of your worries. And this is kind of making me think of that 8 of Swords with that cage. Because in the 8 of Swords, do I have it out here? Yes, I do. Because in that 8 of Swords, it's almost like she's surrounded by those swords. But there is a gap here. But she wouldn't know that because her eyes are blindfolded, right? This bird is outside that cage. And even though it's not really, it doesn't exactly look like the Phoenix, but you did just have the Phoenix card. It's almost like I can hear Spirit saying, set yourself free. You have duality. And it says, do not forget about the dual nature of people. It says, don't lose your vigilance. Something could have something to do with twins. Or again, maybe going back to that energy where that woman had the mirror, right? Mind, power, and direction. And you got endings right behind that. I'm hearing Spirit say, stay true to who stays true to you. Show me more about these cards, though. What do we have for my Virgo men? Now, guys, if anything is resonating with you in these readings, do hit the thumbs up for me. Okay. So the first one I saw with wisdom, it says people skills. And it says have a flair for working well with others. It says you could be a diplomat, counselor, or salesperson, or head of a company. You have renewal. It says you need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. It says challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. Then you also have coming out success. And what I noticed that he's sitting right on top of what it looks like a mountain. Okay, which says to me that he's been able to get through any blockages or obstacles here. It says the path you are on will bring you success and prosperity if you just keep going. Lots of little steps take you a long way. You're on track. What is limitations? Thank you. So you have great match. I don't know. Maybe that's what that duality was kind of giving me an energy of as well. But you see how she has the world there. So again, I don't know if there's something here about online. Maybe you do something online here. I noticed that from that world though, there is a few pieces missing. But it says great match. It says you are on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. It says don't give up. It says you may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. But you do have time in here. And it says it's all in the timing right now. Pull another card to see if you need to do it now, wait a while, or make a different decision. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know with this limitations energy and you're kind of like, is it the right time to do something, say something, leave a job, or, look for a new one? Or it's like the energy of confusion. So give me one more. I feel like this card, did it come out yesterday where I had to pull another card? Is it the right timing? See, again, it's going to be difficult because I feel like a lot of masculines, you may all be at different stages. So whatever comes out to clarify this card, just take it with a pinch of salt, okay? Thank you. Look at that. Landed on the King of Wands. I'm not going to lie. Maybe it is time for some of you to take action here. You have moving up. And it says you are increasing your power and status. You may get a promotion or move to a better home or office. It says you climb the ladder of success. But like I said, it landed on the King of Wands. And he is all about action. He is all about following the vision that he has. So what is duality? And it's funny because I'm just about to answer what is duality. I look at the bottom of the deck and I see give and take. But what do I see? I did say what you put out is what you get back. Right behind it, masculines, okay? You have honest work. So what is duality? You have signs. Someone could have a lot of tattoos. I'm noticing on here, right? This pattern all over her body. It's also reminding me of that cartoon. What is that cartoon called? Oh, give me a second. Okay, so I think the movie that I was picking up here was Avatar. Okay, this is, I'm trying to, okay. Spirit could really be talking to someone here. I don't know, right? Because in that movie, right, someone's name could be Jake or Sully. But as soon as I said Sully, I saw the guy from Top Boy. So some of you, I don't know, maybe you all listen. Allegedly, street pharmacists, allegedly. Really think about that if you are, okay? About changing things around for yourself. But moving on. Okay, so signs, right? Now, like I said, I don't know if something has something to do with tattoos. Something could have something to do with Egypt, okay? Maybe there is something here about your past life. I'm also hearing something about you stepping into this power is going to help you to retrieve or receive maybe some sort of past life gifts or something, or maybe ancestors or angels want to pass something down to you. Take out resonates. But signs, it says you are putting together pieces of the puzzle from signs you are getting. It says pay attention to the coincidence you experience. And then you also had coming out of it taking steps. So once you receive these signs, once you receive the signs and synchronicities and the messages and downloads, it's that energy where Spirit says, okay, now you need to act accordingly. But it says action is key. Have we not been saying that throughout this whole reading here with this King of Wands, okay? King of Wands sees something. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, celebration, gifts, and abundance. So it says action is the key to getting where you need to go. It says you can't wait around. It says take a step in any direction to get unstuck and find opportunities. Bottom of the deck, movement. Okay, I don't know how relevant that is. I just heard movement of Ja people, but it could just be the song, right? Maybe I do have some Rastafarians in here. I don't know. But let's see if there's anything you need to be aware of at this time. Maybe someone has dreadlocks. Yeah, now they're trying to play the whole song. And doesn't he say in that song, over hills and valleys too? Don't let them fool you. Don't believe for a minute that they are with you. All right. What does the masculines need to be aware of? 3 cards. You have moving. Again, this energy of not moving, staying in situations that just are not serving you. But let's read. It says moving. It says change of residence. It says moving in with your partner. Okay. Maybe this is somebody you already live with. What do my masculines need to be aware of? You have health coming in the reverse. And that did land on gossip. Didn't I say something about, is someone maybe gossiping about someone or saying something about someone here? But it's to cause damage. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Anyway, in the upright, it says health issues could arise, but it's in the reverse. Give me one more. And then you have communicate. From the very beginning when I said I saw the raven, I've been picking up an energy of communication. It says compromise. It says forgive. It says work it out. Some of you are going to have a baby in the near future here. But I'm also feeling like, or again, it doesn't have to be that. Not all of you are wanting children or even at the age where maybe you can still have them. For some of you, this is about going back to that energy over here with the Empress, the Ace of Cups. Somebody trying to stop you from reaching this person. Liar, patience, and someone else. Show me more. What does my masculines need to be aware of? Just give me 3 cards for moving. Lust. It says greed. It says by any means necessary. It says inconsiderate. I'm hearing that song by Genuine, In Those Jeans. Yeah, now, is that even the same song or is that a separate song of his? Now I'm hearing, yeah, My Pony, Ride on It. Listen, leave me out. Yeah, Epiphany. You have a self-reflection, answered questions, and untapped talents. So some of you are wising up to something, though. Or like I said, I don't know if you're getting some sort of clues about something or someone. What do they need to be aware of? One more for moving. Thank you. Longing, missing you, let's talk, reunion. Now, if somebody is wanting to come back towards you, maybe you need to, like, you know, dig a little deeper. Find out why. What are they really want? Are they just after lust? Are they just after what it is that you can provide, established, settled, secure, wealthy? What's health in the reverse? Recharge. Okay. It says breathe, it says let go, and it says clear your mind. Yeah, this is almost like now what I'm looking at it, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to talk about actual health concern. This could talk about someone's mental health, someone's heart space. I was picking out that some of you are closed off. You have landing on the King of Wands. You have time. It says delay. It says procrastination. And it says too busy. So this kind of makes me feel like, whether it's you or, you know, take it how it resonates, but it's like an energy of delaying your happiness. Delaying what is supposed to come in for you. So it's kind of making me think of like the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, some Archangel Michael here. Oh, could be a feminine energy that is very much protected by Archangel Michael. Or maybe Archangel Michael is trying to show you something. Showing you where peace, happiness will be. balance. We saw that temperance come out in the reverse. But someone here, again, with the trapped and consequences. Again, maybe being afraid of what people will have to say. Or maybe this is you being afraid of rejection. Give me one more. Health in the reverse, drowning. It says over your head, extended, and it says rock bottom. So what does communicate? Coming out sideways, can talk about a blockage. You have intimacy. It says mutual respect. It says unity and closeness. What is that from? I don't know if that's from, like, I might get it wrong. I was going to say the Wonder Years, but I don't know. So I feel like going forward, there's so much joy and happiness for someone to include in the rest of their life. You know, the Wonder Years. It's almost like Spirit saving the best till last. But I was hearing, how about a little help from my friends? But show me more. What is intimacy with communicate? Okay, you also have coming out thrills. It says continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Now, this could say to me, for some of you, maybe you have a choice. Show me more about intimacy and thrills. It came out. Archangel Michael is in the house. I'm thinking, you have protection. It says prevented from harm. It says divine intervention. Maybe, like I said, maybe some of you, you're afraid that you're going to repeat some sort of cycle. Maybe you're afraid that someone here is going to be the same as somebody else you dealt with. But Archangel Michael says he's here. He's trying to show, what is he trying to show you? You got daydreaming and isolation. Give me one more for that. Thank you. So you definitely have the angels around you, right? Because I was picking up Archangel Gabriel before. Now you've got Archangel Michael. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like Archangel Raphael is about healing. So you've got your boys around you. But let's see. Oh, yeah. I'm asking what this is. If you're doubting someone, look, didn't we just see the two cards together? You saw me shuffle. What are the chances of them coming out together? Divine feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, mothering. Confirmation from the bird. Thank you. Okay, so let us end your reading. I'm sure you are tired of hearing my voice by now. All right, how do you want to end this? And we're actually using the Archangel Michael deck to end it. So it's nice to see him at the end. What do you have for the masculines? Give me 3 cards to end this reading. One more. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, we do have a number 7 and it says change is coming. It says, I'm here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a joy of joyous opportunities. The initial M could be significant. I noticed that on this blue butterfly, you see a little M. But the first one I saw is a number 13. Or 31 could be significant, or it does boil down to a 4, which would give me the 4 of Wands. I am also seeing the 4 of Swords. So there's a lot of contradicting energy here. It's like somebody saying to themselves, you know, I'm going to do this, or I feel like this is the right thing, and then kind of talking themselves out of it. Number 13 represents a death card, Scorpio energy, endings, new beginnings, okay? Someone here is definitely going through some sort of change, and it kind of feels like at some parts you're kind of fighting it. It says, get your power back. It says, have you forgotten who you are? It says, you are a child of the divine. So take back your power. Um, do I want to say that? They keep saying it. I know I'm gonna say it wrong. They keep saying T'Challa. Is that how you say it from Black Panther? Somebody could be, uh, have African descent or something. They're saying tribes, but then it could have something to do with your soul tribe. But anyway, the number 15 or 51 does boil down to a 6, which would give me that energy. Yes, the 6 of swords, okay, but also the 6 of wands. So moving to calmer waters to receive whatever success or victory. Again, the 6 of wands is giving me more energy as well, not just necessarily about work and public recognition. It's more giving me an energy where I feel like some of you have been in isolation, and I feel like it's time for you to get back out there and be amongst people, or just get back out in nature here. But it says increase your knowledge. It says education brings opportunities. It says take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. And then you also have a number 34 or 43, boils down to a 7, and it says trust in divine purpose. And this is giving me more of the 7 of wands, okay, where it talks about standing your ground. It talks about putting up boundaries. It talks about fighting for the things that are worth fighting for. It says this experience has divine meaning. It says healing will come. It says know that you are on the right path. And then this card is reminding me of what I was saying. Follow the light, Clive. Follow the light. Oh, not Sean Paul. They started playing. Okay, anyway, let me go. Masculines, that is what I picked up here today. I do hope that something has resonated with you guys, okay? If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, guys, stay safe. Love and light, masculines.